From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, March 25th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.77 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,245 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.6 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $920. Antiwar.com reports in a press briefing at the Pentagon on Friday, African Command Leader General Thomas Waldhauer announced that the U.S. intends to keep ground troops in Libya for the foreseeable future to support friendly forces and to degrade the Islamic State forces that remain in the country. Waldhauser did not specify how many U.S. troops are in Libya now or how many will stay, but did estimate that there were less than 200 the Islamic State fighters left in Libya. The U.S. had announced the end of the anti-Islamic State campaign in Libya back in December, but never fully withdrew from the country. The U.S. forces were in Libya trying to help the unity government defeat the Islamic State in the city of Sirte. U.S. officials repeatedly claimed that the city was totally surrounded and that the Islamic State fighters would get away, though when the fighting finally ended, a substantial number of the Islamic State fighters did in fact get away. Waldhauser hinted that the U.S. operations in Libya would primarily be airstrikes going forward, saying the U.S. needs to have troops on the ground for precision airstrikes and close air support operations. He added that the U.S. airstrikes in January involved U.S. troops meeting face-to-face with allies on coordinating the strikes. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. UPI reports President Donald Trump's revised immigration order, which suspends immigrants and refugees from certain countries from entering the United States, found a rare victory in Virginia federal court on Friday. U.S. District Court Judge Anthony Trenga ruled in favor of the president's revised executive order, which has already been blocked by two other courts, handing the White House a small win in the contentious immigration fight. In his ruling, Trenga said the revised order is different enough from the original order that injunctions granted against the first action are no longer applicable. The judge wrote, "It's no longer likely that plaintiffs can succeed on the claims that the predominant purpose of Executive Order 2 is to discriminate against Muslims based on their religion, and that the order is a pretext or a sham for that purpose." Earlier this month, Trump's revised order, designed to stand up to legal scrutiny, was blocked by courts in Maryland and Hawaii on the grounds that it seeks the same type of discriminatory justification as the first order. On Friday, Trenga disagreed with that assessment, writing, "The president has provided a detailed justification for the order based on national security needs, and enjoining the operation of Executive Order 2 will interfere with the president's unique constitutional responsibility to conduct international relations, provide for the national defense, and secure the nation." The plaintiffs, affiliated with the Council on American Islamic Relations, promised an appeal. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports nearly half of all American adults said the Republican health care reform measure is not an improvement over Obamacare, according to a Reuters Ipsos opinion poll released on Friday. Democratic leaders are unified against the bill, while some conservative Republicans have criticized it for not doing enough to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, the measure commonly known as Obamacare, which was passed in 2010 and was the signature domestic achievement of former President Barack Obama. According to the poll conducted March 13th through 23rd, 49% of American adults said the American Health Care Act was not an improvement over Obamacare. Another 33% said the Republican bill was an improvement over Obamacare, and the remaining 18% did not know. The responses were largely split along party lines. Some 19% of Democrats and 53% of Republicans said the American Health Care Act was better than Obamacare, while 73% of Democrats and 22% of Republicans said it was not an improvement. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.